What is up, everybody? This is Voth, and welcome to episode 13 of the March of Crimes. First up here, we have a noble birth in Begatos. Kind of sounds like ambiguous. I'm a little bit worried about this one. Parents Mortex in Erminihilt. My son there, a joyous occasion. Very exciting. Construction complete, a logging camp. Food shortage in Lugdanessus because I have really no infrastructure here. This being Lugdanessus. I just use it for raiding. Now, last episode, I was pulling this army down from up here to reinforce my High King and forget what this guy's name is over here. Duratios here at Tyranum, because the Romans had amassed a pretty large army here. Well, during the intern, the Romans clashed with the Langobards here. As you can see, the Langobards got the worst of that exchange. But I see one less Roman army. Well, it looks like as though he retreated down here. So, looking at these two armies now, well, I can't really see them very well. But I guarantee you they've taken some casualties. So I'm a little bit better off now. I'm going to pull this army down towards Tyranum and kind of consolidate a second large army here. I'm very tempted to go over there and pick a fight. I mean, I don't know if I can reach him though. Let's see what I can do here. I'm going to go to the... Oh, it's winter. Well, in the interest of winter, I think I will go ahead and hunker down because I don't want to go over there and just take unnecessary casualties. And that is what I'm going to do for this turn in terms of military. Let's see what I could build. Toolmaker. It just gives me more iron, more wealth from industrial and agricultural. I do have agro, and I do have industrial. 5% total, 4,000. Let me see what other options I have before I invest in that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade my 2 cities. Hopefully that'll help with the public order issue over here. 8 total sanitation, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to build that thing yet. Okay, now here's an issue. Duratios has he's losing loyalty. And if you mouse over it, it's because office given to subordinates -4. This guy is being incredibly petty, but it is the nature of the beast. I'll have to deal with him. I can upgrade this guy to an elder. I can upgrade my son to a judge, which I'm actually just going to wait on. I'm trying to conserve as much of his influence as possible now because Vincinios, my High King, is at age 52. So he's getting close to croaking, and I don't want to, run into an influence problem with my son. So I'm going to do my best to maintain a high level influence with him. Now for Duratios, I have a couple of options. This army is at 13 of 20. This army is at 10 of 20, so I'm going to have roughly 3 floating units. So I might just end up disbanding a couple of them and then sending Duratios back to the Senate, which this is going to happen maybe this turn? No, next turn. Next turn I'll have to go consolidate their 2 armies, and by sending him back to the Senate it should solve his loyalty problem. Alright, nothing new or significant in the diplomacy department, so I will intern. Okay, here we are in the intern. These are the Roman armies. They chose to come up into my territory, well, actually technically rebel territory, and attack my unit that was coming down to reinforce. As you can see, they did get beaten up pretty bad in the exchange that they had with the Langobards, and some of this is definitely from winter attrition. I am going to go ahead and just retreat and see how things unfold, however.
Retreat! Journey completed.
Hispania, originally my enemies, now my allies, have asked me to join the war against the Roman separatists, and they're going to pay me some money. Roman separatists being down here. They hold a single land. I'm going to go ahead and join the war to help solidify my relations with Hispania. Alright, term of office, Moratex is no longer an elder. Rebellion imminent in Britannia Inferior. Political favors. Okay, this guy, he's at 9 of 10 loyalty. So I don't really need to worry about decreeing it. And I believe he's a non-family member, so I'm just going to do political favors and just use a little bit more of his influence, which is going to help my overall dominion. Now I have a rebellion imminent here. This is a little bit annoying, but not something that I can't handle. This place is struggling. Religious difference, immigrants, buildings. This place ebbs and flows. For some reason right now they just can't seem to get a hold on the public order. But I have an army here that is more than capable of handling any sort of rising enemy. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple of spears and a catapult. Alright. Now this is the army that came over and pushed this guy back this way. And he's just sitting there. Obviously his fog of war didn't allow him to see that that was a bad idea. Down here, the rest of their army too far away to assist, so I am just going to go kill him after I do a quick look over my land and decide what I want to build. I'm going to do the meeting hall, because this is the military base. I'm not really concerned with building the other one, which is ultimately to boost income. This place has 4 sanitation. For now they're good. I'll come back and worry about the sanitation more later. Same here. Their sanitation is great. Alright. So let's go ahead and pick a fight here. This guy's probably going to retreat though. Yep. Alright. Now something else I would like to do is consolidate some troops. This guy's going to come up and exchange troops with my leader, because I'd like to work in some cavalry. Now I also have the Celtic Warband, which is a better infantry, possibly than these guys. I think these guys will upgrade to be better than these, even though these are currently a little better. In fact, I think I'm just going to replace my axemen with them. And take in more archers. Archers are a little bit more versatile. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. Duratios, this guy is going to pull back to Tarentum. Duratios is going to pull back to this guy and consolidate some troops over. Now we're just going to give him all these guys, 2 axe guys. Okay. Now all of these guys, we're just going to disband them. Now what this did is it sent Duratios right here back towards the Senate. And if you look at him now, he no longer has that -4 from subordinates. If for some reason removing them from their position will fix this. Now next turn, because he is technically the better leader, I'll probably put him in place of this guy, and then I'll rehire this guy back up in Londinium and begin recruiting cavalry. Or at least that's my plan for now. Time to go pick a fight. Alright, they've got a lot of artillery, but for the most part they're not going to be able to stand up against me. So let's go do this. Alright, I've got a fog, rain, and dry. Dry is my favorite also just because rain kind of affects visibility. Alright, we're in a river battle and the AI has, strangely enough, put their general over here solo. Don't really understand the logic there, but whatever. I'm just gonna zerg him with dogs. Let's see. It's as close as I can get my dogs. My horse is right up here with them. And let's see. Put my archers and my swords ready to charge across right there with them. And everything else could just kind of line up there because I don't know what the AI is thinking. This is just an example of, you know, some of the faults with the AI. Why in the hell would they do this? It makes zero sense. But alas, they have, and they're going to pay dearly for it. And this is extra bad for the enemy because the strongest point of their army, their catapults, are going to be too far away to help. What are these dogs doing? And what's with this land? It's a little glitchy. Alright. They're going to choose to follow my cavalry, which is going to get them killed by my dogs, because ignoring dogs is just completely detrimental. I don't know what they're doing over there. And you see the guys are just getting pulled down by the dogs as they pursue those horses. And the horses are just skirmishing away from them. Now they're caught by the dogs, and they're just gonna die. They're still trying to follow him over there. Alright, they're just going to leave their catapults alone. I'm just going to go over there and kill them. Dogs, you could just retreat. Spears are going to come over here and intercept their cap if they wrap around, which it looks like they're trying to do for some reason. And I think their general's dead now. Which means the dogs, yep, there they go. Oh my god. Waves of dogs crashing into catapults. This is going to just end poorly for them. Alright, their catapults are going to take aim and try to hit me. Incoming. They hit me. Just trying to juke around a little bit. Make myself as hard a target as possible. Oh, the dogs are here. I'm out. I'm out. Come hide in the trees. Let's see how this unfolds. The crew to these onagers are just weak as hell. They're gonna retreat this way. The dogs are just tearing them apart. And on to the next onager. Yeah. That's going great. You guys are just taking unnecessary shots. Pull back. I guess the cavalry already clashed with me right here and are dead. Spear wall. See, the AI pathing is going nuts. Their horses look like they basically tried to ignore me and go that way, and it just got them killed. And these guys look like they're on the same path. I'm not sure where these guys are going, but I'm just going to skirmish them. All their onagers are dead. See, now these guys are going back the other way, and they're probably going to try to just path all the way back over here instead of engaging these dogs, which is going to cause all of them to get killed, because if you ignore dogs, they just kill you. You see, they're trying to push through instead of fighting. This is one of the reasons why I don't really like river battles. It causes the AI to just go haywire. I mean, these guys, look at them, they're not even really doing a proper fight. They're getting slaughtered. I'm probably doing more damage with my friendly fire here than they were doing to me. And that's it for them, they're dead. We have one unit of pikes that is not engaged. It looks like they are killing a few dogs, but for the most part, I mean, look, they're still trying to push through. See this guy? Still trying to go on his ridiculous path across the river over there, while his comrades get slaughtered. Most of these guys aren't even fighting. This is ridiculous. Yep, that's it. Battle over. A glorious victory. Ha! I would not call that glorious. Well, that's that. Well, that was somewhat of a disappointing battle. As river battles, from my experience in Attila, usually are. They're like that in Rome 2 as well. The AI could just be broken. Now, I had a guy post on, I think it was the 6th Ebdanians Let's Play, where he had a thing. He was saying that if you kill captives, it gives you a ridiculous bonus with the enemy of the army that you're killing the captives of. Now, if I needed it, I would do it, but at this point, I have so many people who are friendly with me that it's just not really worth it. Instead, I'm going to replenish, because, as you can see, all that cavalry damage right there is from my catapults. Now, when I made that guide talking about how to counter catapults, a lot of people just say, oh, grab cavalry and swing around the side. And this right here is exactly why I don't like to grab cavalry and swing around the side. You lose so many more troops because cavalry are just a big target. Alright. Surprisingly, they survived. That's fine. I'm gonna go get some more experience off of them. In this battle, I'm gonna auto-calc because there's just really no purpose in drawing that out any longer than it needs to be. Quick stab in the face and I'm done.
Is that all?
And experience.
Ready for battle.
Ridge Finid. I think I'm just going to increase my infantry commander. Still can't get night battles for some reason. It's very perplexing. I think now I'm going to go for Hunter and eventually Breathid and Judge and then Alum because they're all prerequisite for Reg Finid. And that's really all that's left. All that's left that is worth getting for me. Pulling my troops back towards Tarantum so I can replan a little bit. I really only need to replan that one horse though. You see you. Okay, that was this turn that I did that thing where I kicked him out. Durtios, that is. Alright, I believe that should be it for this turn. Yeah, because Durtios is on his way back. My son, I remembered, could receive a promotion now. And that's that. Quick look to see if I have any new trade routes opening up. I do not. Alright, here I am in the end turn. And they have brought up their 2 remaining armies to come and attack me. My casualties are really only on that one horse, and in all honesty, I feel like I could probably take them. But the only reason I'll be able to take them is because of the fact that they can all deploy in, what's that thing called? Guerrilla deployment. I'm very tempted to fight this. I mean, look at their reinforcements. Nothing to speak of, really. Ah, what the heck. Let's go give this a try. Alright, here we are in the battle. Currently, the balance of power is equal because the reinforcements haven't showed up. They've chosen to attack me in the rain, which is perfectly acceptable. I don't really fear the rain, it's just, graphically speaking, it's a little bit a nuisance. That is certainly weird, that I can't see their army once I moved up. I wonder where they're arrayed at. Now, they didn't have much to speak of in terms of army. There's a bunch of spears, which I can easily just catch on this shield wall here, while I pelt them with arrows. I think I'll go with heavy shot because they are all heavy infantry. Now my catapult, I'm going to put right up here. When close deploying a catapult like this with your units, it's a good idea. You see how the catapult has this minimum range? This will prevent me from really doing too much damage to my own troops. Go ahead and put him on flaming. And then set up my nice little dog screen here, just in case they decide to charge me head on with one of the cavalry units that they have. Spears on the flanks. Gonna pile up my horses on this flank and wrap around wide there. And then general right here in the back. Yep, there they are, releasing the dogs. This is going to end so badly for them. Just target this horse. entirely sure what their horses are doing there. Their reinforcements are coming, so I'm going to go try and hit their general over here. Probably missed a charge here. Over here for sure. Probably could have got a good one off. Coming around with these infantry to, these spearmen to get in behind their guy. That's not a good idea. Sending my dogs over there to help with that battle. Oh, those are my dogs on their general. This is not good. My dogs, their general, he's dead. It's like a replay of last battle. Alrighty. Gonna go for a hammer and anvil right here. Gonna switch them over to melee and just charge into the backs of these guys, since these guys just want to skirmish here and their general's getting torn up. Although I'm almost out of dogs on the general there. These guys are not the best for hammers and anvils, but any hammer that you can put into the back of the enemy is good. The enemy general is dead. That does not bode well for them, and now he is retreating. Alright, I've got this cavalry tied up, but these guys are losing pretty badly. Alright. Time for you guys to start coming over here. In fact, all of you guys just start coming over here. Archers. Need to finish off some cavalry. My horses are going to go back into melee mode and do a rear charge again on these spears, try to finish them off. The sword unit right there took a beating. This is turning out to be a pretty bloody battle, but I'm going to get to take out a lot of Romans during it. Let me try to catch these guys on their way in. Alright, we've got a lot of routing going on now. Yep. GG. Alright. Let's rearray the army in a... Oops, just you guys. Backed up by archers. Backed up by dogs. Come over here on this flank. This is not going to end well for them. Alright, now this is the weaker of the two armies approaching now, so this should not take too long to finish off. My archers are in position to really pepper these guys. Alright, you focus fire here. Entering shield wall with my Celtic Woodrunners. to catch these troops incoming and also to reduce the casualties from the arrows that they are shooting at me. This guy still has shield wall, that's why he's going so damn slow. Alright, just gonna go for a charge here. Their morale isn't too bad yet. Ouch. Alright, I'm just gonna frenzy them now. That keeps them in the battle much longer. Catching these guys on my swords, they're not gonna do well. Alright, cavalry's gonna come in and hit them from behind. The skirmishers, that is. Alright, gonna bring up my dogs to reinforce. This guy needs to finish off this unit. Horses are finishing off the last of those guys. They're not gonna hold out very long. See, one of them just broke. The other ones are wavering. My archers are peppering those guys. Now it's just a matter of time. Yep, it's over. Nice. So I took out quite a few soldiers there. Close victory. Still a bloody battle though. Yeah, they're definitely worse for wear there. Only lost one of their leaders. The chubby one. Gonna take on troops. Now I'm not too worried about losing troops since I have another full army backing me up over there. Alright, now I got my rebellion in Britannia. Fury. Enemy killed. And office secured for Mortex. Alright, so let's look these guys over. Clearly doing worse for wear. They probably picked up some mercenaries right there. They still haven't released their, replaced their leader. And these guys aren't really much of a threat. So what I'm going to do is I could definitely finish these guys off. I'm going to pull up to here. 2, 3, 4, 6. Pulling these guys over. Putting my weakened units over there. My 2 cavalry got their butts handed to them. I'm going to pull them out and bring in more dogs for now. So the blade runners are completely heavy with dogs at this point. But I'm going to crush these Romans. I'm going to pull this unit back to replenish these troops that I lost and obviously keep Toronto from rebelling from me. Coming up here. Let me see, here's my rebellion. I knew this wouldn't be a big problem. Right here I've got more than enough troops to deal with them. And up here nothing major to build. So I'm just going to go take these guys out. They'll retreat. What's my breathed guy? Going to get food. Because I know food's going to start getting scarce in the next chapter. Alright, this is a pretty simple battle. Cataphractarii. I've got 2 spears. I'm just going to auto-calc this one. I don't know, balanced. It's hard to say defensive because they did have a catapult, but they're all dead now. GG. double timing back up to Lindum to secure it, and that's the end of the rebellion threat. I keep thinking about building this thing. It's going to cost me 4k, Squalor's going to go up by 4, and my current Squalor, oh that's right, I didn't have the sanitation to build it. I remember now. Quick look over my family. Sago box is good. This guy can have an office. Duratios is going to replace this guy. Welcome back, Duratios. And then next turn I'm going to recruit that guy up here and begin picking up some more cavalry to bring down and reinforce my army. But for now, my general is ready to rock, and he is going to go back up against these guys and crush them out of existence. Yeah, so you look at the balance of power, there's 2 of them there, 2 armies, and now the balance of power is way in my favor. So this is going to be basically just mop up. Alright, we got dry on the first turn. Now, I know this episode is running a little bit long. It's probably going to be better than 40 minutes at this point, but can't help it. Just too many good battles. So I hope you don't mind. Alright, here we go. I'm going to set my dogs up in just a bloody onslaught. I'm going to make them long so that they can actually sort of wrap around their army and encircle it. And I'm going to back them up by archers who are just going to rain hell. They're going to rain hell on them. Didn't hit shift, I hit control instead. And the rest of my troops are just going to watch on and sort of laugh at the poor Romans. That's it. Let's do this. Dogs, slaughter. Oh no, our hidden units have been discovered. Oh yes. Alright, those horses are screwed. Let's go ahead and pull these dogs back. They've done their duty. Rain arrows into these units and just let them die. Just gonna march these guys up in a solid line. Where are the reinforcements? Okay, coming from that direction. Looks like they do actually have some horses. Their general's retreating. Alright. Gonna take these guys, put them here. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring these spears up in case their horses go for a charge and my dogs aren't ready. The rest of these guys are just getting slaughtered and don't matter anymore. Yep. Alright. Swordsman. Gonna have these guys here. Axes back here in the flank ready to wrap around if I can. Archers in close proximity. And my general's going to be over here in this flank for wrapping around. And we're just going to slaughter them. The dogs are on their general. So this battle is definitely not going to go in their favor. He's not even fighting him. He's just retreating. And he's almost gone. And he's fatigued on top of that. Nice. He screamed dogs like he just realized they were there. The general has been killed. Excellent. Okay, here comes their horse. I knew the horse was coming. Let's see, well, he's pulling back now. And paying for it. Germanic mounted brigands. Okay, so they are not good cavalry. Mounted brigands. Oh, and they already retreated. Mounted brigands have their uses, but for the most part, they're not that good. They're more or less artillery killers. Let's try to take out those axes. It's a little bit cluttered over here. You guys, whoops, coming around here. Oh, I think they're on a mass route now. Well, let's get that guy out. Yep, we're done. Easy battle. Decisive victory. So that is it. Of the 3 Roman armies, none remain. That was beautiful. I'm out of movement, unfortunately, but next turn I will, or next episode actually, I'm going to begin raiding these guys and seeing what kind of income I can get. But that was nice to round up and soundly defeat the amassed armies that were there. They have a new army down here that was unrelated to that whole altercation, but that's something to deal with later. That was a very good series of battles. We had a few cheeses there with things like the river battle and whatnot, but for the most part, I think it went really well. Yeah, I've done everything. Just a quick last look here because I can't remember if I did that. And that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And next episode, like I said, I'm going to try to get that rating going. I'm interested to see how much money I can get with all those stacked bonuses. So I will see you guys then. Later.